Hey, welcome back. You have listened to the shows, and it's a time to go through a detailed analysis of what has happened in the global market in the last week. A lot of interesting developments have happened in the global market. The previous week was an extremely volatile week, uh, but there is something that you should note. The market has rebounded, and you know the background. The Trump administration has introduced an tariff against almost all its partner countries, and it has affected the global market adversely. Almost all major markets has dropped. But on Wednesday, the Trump administration has given a 90-day pause to its tariff policy, and that give a relief to almost all non-retaliating countries. The policy has been introduced as a relief to non-retaliating countries and as a reward to non-retaliating countries. And the Trump administration has claimed that a lot of its partner countries has reached them seeking an conversation in the tariff policy, and that will pave the way for a better negotiation with these countries. And it is hoped by the Trump administration that they will end up in a positive note in the coming days. That means within this 90-day pause, almost all its partner countries will be able to do a meaningful negotiation with the US administration, and they're expecting a positive outcome. That is what Trump administration is expecting, and the market has responded positively to the Trump's expectation as well. US market has grown 9.72 percentage. European market has grown 3.83 percentage. Japanese market has grown 3.05 percentage. The South African market, one of the major market in Africa, has grown 9.30 percentage. It's a very serious, very powerful bullish momentum we have witnessed in the South African market. The Australian market mirror the performance of Europe, has seen a growth of 3.39 percentage. That is what the market has shown, and the Chinese market even has grown 0.76 percentage. But the problem is the Trump administration has not reconsidered its policy against China, and it has even increased tariff to 1.145 percentage. That is and very high tariff introduced against China, and China has even responded aggressively against this tariff, and that response has come on Friday, and that is likely to escalate to a serious tariff war between China and US. In long run, a solution is not developed, it is likely to affect the global market once again. In the coming weeks, we are expecting some kind of volatility. Anyway, this week we have seen a drop and a rebound, and the markets are pretty looking bullish right now. Almost all the major markets are looking bullish right now. There is and something has happened in the Indian market. Indian market is the only major global market which has shown a bearish momentum this week. Indian market has come down 1.15%. That is a change of 1.15%. That is from somewhere near 23094.45 to 22828.55 at the time of close on Friday. And that was the major developments in the market in the last week. Certain important indices you should note to understand the clear picture of the US market and the global market. We can see this is the gold spot USD chart, and we can see a consecutive upward momentum we have witnessed in the gold chart, and the market now stands at 3237.93%. That is an all-time high we have seen in the gold market. In the last 3 days, it has witnessed in consecutive growth. In fact, in the last 4 days, the market is consistently going upwards. Other major developments include the growth of US bonds, the 10-year bonds, 20-year bonds, 30-year bonds, and 5-year bonds. All the major US bonds have seen a growth. The 10-year bonds now stands at 4.97, 20-year bonds 4.941 percentage, and 30-year bonds stands at 4.877 percentage, and the 5-year bond stands at 4.169 percentage. Other major developments is WTI oil spot price now stands at 60.94 percentage, and in the beginning of the week, it has been consistently dropping. At a point, it has reached somewhere near 57870, but on Wednesday it has rise from 57806 to somewhere near 566127 on 10 April. Tuesday it has dropped from 62064 to somewhere near 59967. Now it stands at 60945. That's the closing price on Friday, and it looks that the oil market was volatile as well. The oil market is showing the volatility the US market has seen, and we can see that on Wednesday, especially on the day when the Trump administration has announced a pause on tariff, oil market has seen a surge, a sharp surge from somewhere near 57 to somewhere near 62064. That is a very sharp surge we have seen the oil market on the day the Trump administration has announced a tariff pause. And if you look at the major economic events of the week, we have seen that several important economic events has occurred in the US market last week, especially the core inflation data release. It was on Thursday. The core US core inflation has been released. US core inflation shows that the market has come down 2.8%. That means that US core inflation rate has come down far below the expectation of 3%. Now it stands at 2.8%. TE forecast predicted 3%, and consensus was also 3%, but the market has come down from somewhere near 3.1% to the index has come down from 3.1% to 2.8%. That means the inflation rate has cooled down far below the expectation. That is, and that means inflation pressure in the market has cooled down. And other major economic events of the week include the jobless claims. If you look at the jobless claims, we can see that there is a slight increase in the jobless claims on last week. It has rise from somewhere near 219 to 223,000, and the expectation was somewhere near 223,000 itself. It means the consensus was somewhere near 223,000, and it has the level we have seen is same as expectation, but the TE forecast predicted that it would grow to 226.0, but it hasn't grown that much. Next week is going to be an eventful week for the US market. On Friday, coming Friday, the US market will be closed, as the market is observing Good Friday, and that means on Friday market will be closed, and so developments in the market will be happening on first 4 days, major developments in the market. So that is expectation for the next week. We are expecting a volatile week the next week as well. There are a lot of tariff negotiations are going to happen next week. Each and every political developments, especially the US market is completely immersed in the economic negotiations. So each and every economic negotiation that is happening around Trump tariff is likely to influence market. And in the previous week, we have seen how this tariff negotiations and the tariff policy has affected the global market, how it has created havoc in the global market, especially in the major economies. So next week as well, we are expected to witness certain volatile activities. The market is expected to be turbulent, and that is an overall view of the global market. We will get back to you with the detailed market analysis of the week, like how we have reached you this week. So until we meet next week, thank you for listening.